Welcome back to this tutorial. So the first of our cases is going to be angle, angle, side. So an example of angle, angle, side might look like alpha is equal to 40 degrees, beta is equal to 60 degrees, and then A is equal to 5. So notice I gave you an angle and a side. Now the order in which I give them to you doesn't actually matter. What matters is when you draw these in using the appropriate labeling scheme, what values were you actually given just now? The three values that we got were alpha and beta and A. Now if I were to follow around the exterior of the triangle like so, what three things do I see and in what order? So over here I see an angle, over here I see an angle, and over here I see a side. So that tells me that this thing is referred to as angle, angle, side. In our second case, we have angle, side, angle. So an example of this might be alpha is equal to 40 degrees, beta is equal to 60 degrees, but then this time I'm going to give you that C is equal to 5. If I were to draw the corresponding triangle and label everything as I did before, here's A and B and C, and I were to follow around the exterior of the triangle once again, what pieces of information were given? Well, we got alpha, we got beta, and we got C. If I follow around the exterior of the triangle, it shouldn't matter which direction that rotation goes. I got an angle first, then a side, then an angle. That's why this one's referred to as angle, side, angle. So these are the two possibilities that we could see if you were given two angles and one side. Let's flip over to the next page. Case number 3. Let's talk about side, angle, side. An example of side, angle, side would be if I gave you that alpha was equal to 40 degrees, B is equal to 5, and C is equal to 6. So for this one, our triangle, again, we'll just draw a generic triangle. We'll label everything alpha, beta, gamma, A, B, C. If we were to circle the information given to us in the problem, we got alpha, we got B, and we got C. If we follow this around the exterior of the triangle, first we see a side, then an angle, then a side. That's why this one is referred to as side, angle, side. In our fourth case, we have side, side, angle. Always be sure that you refer to this one as side, side, angle rather than angle, side, side, lest you might offend somebody. For this one we could talk about alpha is equal to 40 degrees, B is equal to 5, and then A is equal to 6. So for the side, side, angle case, if we were to label everything one more time, here's alpha, here's beta, here's gamma, A, B, C, corresponding angle side pairs are across from each other, and we label all of the information that we have. Here's alpha, here's B, here's A. Following around the exterior of the triangle, here's a side, and here's an angle. So, that's why this case is referred to as side, side, angle. You guys probably don't need a picture for side, 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 but what the heck. Let's do it anyway. So here's our picture and information for side, side, side. An example of this, I could say A is equal to 4, B is equal to 5, C is equal to 6. Label everything as follows, alpha, beta, gamma. In case you didn't pick up on it, you're going to get really good at drawing generic looking triangles by the time you're done with all this. So if we were to follow the exterior with the information that we were given A and B and C, that would be a side and a side and a side. So if you're given the three sides of a three sides of a triangle, then it is automatically the side, side, side case. So we'll come back in the next video and talk about how we actually approach solving these triangles.